PK in the universe, and I am back again with another video. Intellivision is so back, okay? Intellivision is really back this time. Atari has acquired the rights to the Intellivision brand. This is huge. What does that mean for Intellivision Amico? Well, I guess the people who own Amico are going to rebrand and distribute the Amico again. So it's just Amico, I guess technically will still exist, maybe, but it will no longer have the Intellivision branding. Atari has acquired the Intellivision brand and some of the games. I don't know what this is going to mean. And also Intellivision games, I guess new physical and digital versions will be coming out through Atari. I could see some of these games also coming to Atari VCS, which would be a great fit. What I love about the Atari VCS, of course, is the fact that, they really cater to that hardcore Atari audience, who loves those Atari 2600, homebrew games and stuff like that. And there's ways of playing those games on your Atari VCS if you have one, if you're one of the lucky few like myself. I think it's a very good thing. Atari and Intellivision have had this little, quote, rivalry for 45 years. I wouldn't call it a rivalry. Atari has always been ahead, and Atari has long since won that war, because there really was never a second Intellivision console. And calling the Amico the second Intellivision console is a bit of a stretch because it never technically came to store shelves. But yeah, I think it's a very, very good thing. What also I want to discuss too, what will this mean for Evercade? Yes, that's right. There's 2 Intellivision collections on Evercade. So what I think, though, is when that license ends, I don't see Blaze being able to renew their license with Atari/Intellivision because obviously the other Atari games collections on Evercade have gone legacy, which means they're no longer in production. And I think the same will probably happen with that. I think if you're going to get one of the 2 collections, you should definitely get the first collection because it has this game called Princess Quest on it, which is not an Intellivision property. It's actually a homebrew game. I think it's the same owner of Collector Vision, I think, owns that title. And so that might be the only way to get that. So I would definitely consider getting that if you're going to get one of those 2, because the other games on Intellivision Collection 2 can be kind of found anywhere, really, even through dubious means, of course. But maybe we'll see those games, of course, on the Atari VCS. We'll see them on the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One. Maybe we'll see it on those collections. I think that would be awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy to hear this. I feel like, a page has been turned. Intellivision has kind of been, ran through the mud lately these days, because of all the controversy around Amico. There's been so much controversy around Amico over the last few years. And there's people who make these desperate Intellivision videos because of Amico, because of Tommy Tallarico and the controversy around it. You see these kind of YouTube videos all the time, and it's just like, I always think to myself, hey, I wonder if anyone's still making Amico videos. And then I look and I'm like, why are people still making these videos? There's literally nothing to talk about when it comes to Amico. Literally nothing's going on. It's not any closer to being in production. They lost like $17 million doing God knows what with that money. And investors lost money. And yeah, now people will not be able to necessarily, take Intellivision and run that name through the mud. I mean, not that it had the greatest reputation as it is, but I think about people who do really love Intellivision, are huge fans of Intellivision, like Brian's Man Cave, for one, was always kind of a hardcore Intellivision fan long before the Amico was ever announced. And he's actually made games for the Intellivision, like homebrew games and stuff. So I think about guys like him, and this is, people like this must be absolutely relieved. And I am relieved. I'm relieved to see that. I really don't have a lot of nostalgia for the original Intellivision, but I did really love the Intellivision Lives collection, many, many years ago, and used to play that with my wife, actually, and I played it with my son as well. Frogbox, just one of my favorite Intellivision games, and I'm excited. I am very excited for this acquisition. I'm usually not the most pro acquisition. I'm always like, why do these big companies have to buy these little companies up? But in this case, this is a very good thing because I think Atari will handle the Intellivision IP with dignity and respect. And I think that's what's going to happen here is we're going to see a little more respect put back on the Intellivision name. And I think this is a huge, huge positive. This is awesome. I'm excited. And that's kind of my reaction to this. But what are your guys' thoughts? What's your reaction to Atari acquiring Intellivision? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks.